I'll go back still to come. Live music from Britain's Got Talent's Jonathan and Charlotte. That's coming up.
First, they are the Olympic legends and without a doubt Britain's most celebrated sporting couple.
Earlier this year, Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean returned to ITV's Dancing on Ice to coach this year's batch of celebrities through the good, the bad, the slippery, and they remind us why they are the Ice King and Queen. It was time.
This is hard. The props are hard.
Shout at anyone, but don't you shout at him.
It's always a pressure when you're at the top and you come down. I think now he's got to climb back up there.
I knew Jason was going to pull something big up because his head was doing this all the way through. We've never had anyone as badly affected as Gareth.
And they're here now, and welcome. Lovely to see you. So, how would you sum up this series?
Gosh, I think it's been brilliant. You know, the cast of characters that we've had and the skating ability has been amazing. What we've been able to do with them, we've pushed them so hard, and I think it's really shown through what they've been doing.
Well, even the comedy characters, Keith Chegwin and Joe Pasquale, even they had a basis of being able to skate. Nobody was there just for the joke.
Yeah, and they were, as much as we had fun with them, everyone has been so enthusiastic and really wanted to progress. And I think part of that, there's a big camaraderie amongst all the celebrities. I think it's because we've been doing these different opening numbers and they've had to spend a lot more time together than they normally would. They're normally in isolation training on their own with their coaches, but they've been together and they're so supportive of each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they become a little gang, actually.
Little gang, yeah.
I think the series, for me, has been the biggest series of shocks that we've had. I mean, every single time you watch it, you're like, I can't believe this is happening. You can't believe someone's gone. I mean, that started week one with Pamela Anderson when you just like, where did she go?
Shock horror.
And then sort of different things that happen, and right up to sort of Gareth then with the sickness this week.
Mark Hanratty, who
popping
his shoulder out live on the telly.
We didn't expect Shane to go out so early.
No.
And then Gareth last week.
What do you make of all of that? I mean, there were the Gareth fans were, I think, a lot understood the decision and the way that it was done, and obviously Hartman fans a lot didn't understand.
Yes.
Was there any other way it could have been done?
I don't think so. I think you know it is a competition. There is compliance. We have to put on a competition as if it was a serious competition. So we have rules, and that's the way it had to pan out. That effectively you couldn't continue to be a part of it.
If we were like in the Olympics, for instance, and we'd done the first stage of competition, and then one of us was sick, we weren't able to skate. We were just out.
What do you think of the flying? I've got to ask you these questions as if I wasn't connected to the show now, because there are also people who say, well, it's very unfair that Gareth went out on the flying. It wasn't his skating skills; it was the fact that he couldn't fly, and it made him sick.
Yeah.
I think it's all part of what this competition is about, and it's not just about skating, because we have prop weeks as well. We have team challenges, and they're all elements that we've introduced that have become part of the show. And then suddenly to say, well, we'll change the rules this week. You know, they've been well established, I think. And
I love the flying as well. Like, I think it's so unique to the show. It's so magical to watch.
It is, and it is. I think it's easier to watch the girls doing it, as Jason mentioned, but. I think we were quite surprised with how well Matt did with the flying. Amazing.
How are the rehearsals going for this Sunday?
We've been having some fun. We're doing something called showcases. I mean, they've got to do their favourite skate, and then two of them will go through to do bolero, but we're doing showcases. That's where them and a team of other skaters and dancers are supporting the lead celebrity. And some of the stuff that we've been doing has been a lot of fun. We did Luke's yesterday, and there's lots of there's bomb choreography going on. Bomb choreography.
Bomb choreography.
Lots of bottom wiggling.
Oh my goodness gracious me!
For the ladies.
Just for the ladies. There's a car wash and there's some water involved with the men.
And they've got a lot to do. And do you help choreograph that, or is that because bolero's down to them, isn't it?
Yes,
that's the only thing that they virtually choreograph in the Sabre skate. Everything else that moves on the ice, we choreograph.
How do you do it? I mean, how do you find the time? I mean, a week, 7 days, it's not that long. And
the scary thing is that on Sunday night, after the show's finished, you build everybody up, and that show's done, and there isn't a show the next week until all the choreography has been put back together again, and they build it all up again. So the celebrities get taken up to this big high, and they've come off it, and they come in Monday morning, And they haven't got any steps yet. They've got to start
Starting
all over again.
And your routines this year have been fantastic. The one on Saturday, that's still
magic.
people still trying to figure out how that was done when you changed costumes.
It's
as well.
clever, isn't
I
it?
caused it, I rewound it.
Didn't you see the scenes?
No, it was magic.
We enjoyed working on that, doing something creative and different because it's possible in this medium. And also the one we did before that with the picture frame, and it gave us a chance to do some dancing on the floor instead of on the ice as well. So that was fun to do, wasn't it?
And we're doing a very special bolero. We're actually working with Kim Gavin, who worked on the Olympic closing ceremony, and he's working with us on
the bolero this
special
week.
bolero, yeah.
Now that's the Dancing on Ice final, which is on Sunday at 7 on ITV. And then on Friday at 9 as Piers Morgan's Life Stories.
Yes.
And we've teased you a little bit about this on the show and mentioned it a couple of times on here because you did finally admit to having something of a dabble in the past.
That's been your favourite word, hasn't it?
It has.
Wow, Philip.
I didn't
For a
invent
few
it.
weeks.
This is where it came from. Now, I'm obviously not going to spoil Piers' thunder and what was discussed on that show. But did you go in? Had you discussed beforehand? Okay, maybe this is the right time to finally put this to rest.
No.
No.
We didn't know what the questions were going to be. We have several meetings, but they never actually
Very
tell you what the
naive
questions
and
are.
innocent going into the whole interview.
Absolutely.
Were
We're
you?
just being honest.
So
It was fun.
did you admit it by accident?
Have to wait and see.
Piers is good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Did
quite good.
you not mean to say it?
It just stumbled out.
Well, as I said, that's Friday at 9. We won't spoil it anymore.
Is it 30 years next year?
30 years
30 years,
since
you're-
Bolero. I mean,
yeah.
we will have been skating together 40 years.
Do you
but,
think?
Yeah. That makes
So how will
you
you
41,
mark
doesn't it?
Yeah.
How will you mark it? What will you do? 30 years since that amazing
you know,
time.
we're talking about ideas and things that we'd like to do as for us, more of a celebration that we're still here and still able to do it to some degree. But yeah, no, hopefully February the 14th will be the date. We'll be on air.
With Dancing
So
on
I'm
Ice?
sure we'll mention it and
Yeah.
do something there, but we've got a tour afterwards as well. And
Well, you're going to do the Dancing on Ice tour. No, you couldn't do it this year because of venue availability. So
Yeah.
the Dancing on Ice tour will be 2014.
that's
Yes.
correct.
And
yeah, big
well, I will
tour.
mention Professionals on Ice. This is the professionals are going to star in their own ice skating show. It starts at the National Ice Centre in Nottingham, I think, kicks off the tour on the 27th of April and ends up in Dundee on the 2nd of June. So
Thank
we'll put
you
details
very
on the
much.
website.
Can't wait for
Thank you, guys.
Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, in just a moment, Britain's Got Talent stars Jonathan Charlotte perform live.
Let's look at tomorrow's show.